Hey everyone, Scott here with Real Sync, and today we're going to be recording a video with about our integration from Skyslope to SISU, and I have my man Mac here to take us through that because he knows all.
Well, we've been working on it. We've got some great early adopters that have been helping us put it through the paces. And what we're going to show today is how to put together your sync between Skyslope and SISU. That's just a few quick steps. And then we're going to show how something like a listing in Skyslope, when it gets created, that it gets synced into SISU. So with that, I'm going to share my screen and get us kicked off here. So here's the RealSync dashboard. We're going to click add a new sync. I've already got an active sync running, but we'll show you the steps real quick to do this. So our source is going to be Skyslope. Our target right now, just SISU is the only target available. For Skyslope, to connect to Skyslope, we're going to want to get our TC or admin for the Skyslope account involved, and they're going to log into Skyslope. They'll click on their name, they'll click on my account, they'll go to the end of this row and click on integrations. They may get a little pop-up. Hopefully they'll be able to generate a new key. If for any reason this interface is not available to your TC or admin, have them reach out to their account manager at Skyslope and ask that their API be enabled, their API for integrations to be enabled. They want to generate keys, and when they do, they'll be able to generate an access key, and that will also come with a secret key. And both of those values will get plugged into the access key and secret key fields that we provide here. When you do, you'll then click the verify button, and you'll see a little verify icon pop up. In fact, I'll grab these existing ones just so we can show those are verified. You'll see here little verified button. And for SISU, something very similar, but we have team name and token. And for team name and token, we go to admin, team settings, API credentials, and we pick up our username, copy and paste these exactly as they appear in SISU into the team name and token name here in RealSync. And then both of those are verified. Now you're ready to go next, and look at that. We're on step 4. We're ready to finish. We're ready to activate. So as I mentioned, I've already got an active sync. I won't draft this one. I've already got an active sync rolling. So let's show you what adding a listing, for instance, in Skyslope looks like when it syncs over to SISU. So I'm going to go into Skyslope. I'm going to go take a look at my listings page and go create a new listing. And Skyslope wants a property address, the type of listing, it's a resale of an existing property, nice round numbers.
I like that. Nice commission on that one.
We're just going to put in some easy numbers. Our listing date is going to be a few days out, and that'll expire, we'll say, I don't know, 90 days or so from there. And these are required fields for this Skyslope account. You may have different required fields in your wizard, depending on your brokerage and how yours is set up. These are just the ones that are defaulted for our test environment. And we'll call this, whoops, I think I've got my caps lock on. Larry, listing guy. And he is going to be the potential seller who is listing their home with us. So this would be at the point you've got an agreement, maybe it's your to list, you're preparing the information to have it listed on the local MLS. We need to fill in a piece of information about Larry on the contacts page, the seller or landlord, and that is his email address. Email address is required in SISU in order to create a transaction and a listing transaction. So Larry, listing guy.
So Mac, is there any other information that's necessary in order for this to push over to SISU as a transaction?
Yeah, so not only does Larry need an email address, we need an accurate email address for our agent. And Mac McNally here, his email address is support at realsync.com. And in SISU here, Mac McNally's email address is also support at realsync.com. So that's going to create this listing under Mac's transactions here in SISU because those two email addresses match. So let's take a look for Mr. Listing Guy. In SISU, may not be him. Let's see. Let's just look for the term listing.
Well, in the sync updates every
5 minutes. Good question there. The sync runs every 5 minutes, picks up any new listings or transactions created in Skyslope, and any updates to any existing transactions in Skyslope, and syncs those, replicates that information to SISU. So let's see here. We have first and last name. Do we have Larry? I don't see Larry's come over yet.
Okay, so maybe we're waiting a couple more minutes here. So while we are waiting, Mac, I got a quick question for you. During the beta process of getting this this integration done, what feedback or benefits have you been hearing from our real estate teams about why they like this integration so much?
So sure, that's a great question. The main reason is they're now able to get a lot more information to replicate into SISU without doing any double entry. So they've got transaction coordinators loading up listings and deals in Skyslope, which is where they have to do their work. But that same information then surfaces in SISU along with a lot of other information that SISU has collected before maybe the client ever became a transaction in Skyslope. It also ends up populating the total volume, the total GCI and paid agent income counts that you get here, but also on the dashboard, the team and personal dashboards. Those transactions end up populating your buyers signed, your buyers under contract, your year-to-date closes, etc. So for whatever time frame you plug into SISU. Been 5 minutes, and we're looking for Larry Listing Guy. There he is, Larry Listing Guy. That's
there he is.
We created. Okay, and search. Already found him. There he is. So we've got the address that came over. We've got his first and last name. He came over as signed because we've got a signed listing agreement with him. Full address came over, the lead source, the transaction amount, the GCI at 5%. Had we put, where is the MLS live date of March 2nd? All these pieces came in. So, excuse me. So we saved the steps of putting it in here. This actually increases our pending GCI and some of our other dashboard metrics. And so as we make updates in Skyslope to this listing, turn it into a cell, that sort of thing, then those updates will flow over to SISU and sync up to this transaction we've got for Larry.
All right, and then pretty straightforward, Mac, is there anything else that they need to know about this integration?
Let's see here. No, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. We do have some more features coming out that got recommended to us by the beta teams, but we're ready to launch, and that it's pretty straightforward setup, pretty simple to get through and to use. Yeah, just looking forward to the feedback and getting some more teams enabled through some real-time integration.
All right. And then if you watch this video, if you have any additional questions, obviously reach out to me and I'll help walk you through getting this sync set up. And most of you are probably clients already, but if you're not, thank you for being a new client. Also, thank you to our current clients. So Mac, thanks so much for taking us through this. I appreciate it, man.
Likewise. Thanks, everyone. Bye.